Gardens by the Bay's popular Sakura Matsuri floral display returns with dramatic canopies of cherry blossoms. While the floral display is the key attraction in this event, this year's Sakura Matsuri has more activities beyond gazing at sakura trees. Many activities are held outside of the flower dome and can be enjoyed for free. The festival will conclude with Anime Garden in the last weekend of March. More details here. One thing about visiting Gardens by the Bay for cherry blossom viewing, from experience, the first days, or sometimes weeks, are usually not the best time because most of the flowers had not bloomed. The field is typically more flush sometime in the later half of the season. Last year's mini Torii shrine gates were upsized into a series of 15 that you can walk through. Not quite as massive as the ones in Kyoto, but you get the idea. This year you get to walk on a curved bridge inspired by the Hirosaki Castle Bridge in Aomori. There are no dolls to be found within the displays, but that has not stopped visitors from bringing their own to the gardens for photo shoots. The last segment of the display, it's actually right after the Torii Gate Gallery due to crowd control arrangements, is a small but beautiful rock garden. The lamps are lit so it would be quite nice to view them early in the morning or in the evenings. Visitors flocking to take in the annual cherry blossom display at Gardens by the Bay will have something else to look forward to. For the first time, Japanese dolls will be planted among the flowers, to evoke the feel of a magical sakura forest, said Gardens by the Bay Senior Assistant Director of Flower Field Design, Marzia Haji Omar. We have this big tea house as the center of the display, as if it's a sakura forest, which will host tea ceremonies, she told Channel News Asia ahead of the cherry blossom display's debut on Friday, March 16th. Then there is also a smaller tea house with dolls, which will fit the theme of imagination Sakura Matsuri Gardens by the Bay, tea house the tea house where tea ceremonies will be held. Photo, Jeremy Long, there are Instagram opportunities aplenty. Visitors entering the flower dome will be greeted by a large torii gate framed by large trees from Japan. Performers from all over the country and Japan come to the Sakura Matsuri to bring over 30 hours of live musical and dance performances on 4 stages, Anna's Capital Stage, the Sakura Stage, and our J-pop stage. In addition, over 200 martial artists will be demonstrating their skills all day on the martial arts stage. Gardens by the Bay's popular Sakura Matsuri floral display returns with dramatic canopies of cherry blossoms. Gardens by the Bay Singapore Sakura Matsuri 2019 entrance display. While the floral display is the key attraction in this event, this year's Sakura Matsuri has more activities beyond gazing at sakura trees. Many activities are held outside of the flower dome and can be enjoyed for free. The festival will conclude with Anime Garden in the last weekend of March. More details here. Can't make a trip to Japan to see the cherry blossoms come into bloom this year? You won't be missing out much, because Gardens by the Bay is bringing Japan and the Sakura season to Singapore. Following the successful debut of Sakura Matsuri last year, the festival is back and happening at Gardens by the Bay right now since March 9th, and will be running till March 31st. Grab your camera, call up your friends and family, put on your favorite kimono, a stunning cherry blossom floral display and lots of exciting Japanese cultural programs are awaiting you. This year, the festival is treating you to an even more authentic and immersive experience of Japanese culture, through performances, food, novelty products, and even anime. What's more, most of the cultural programs are made free this year. But first things first, let's talk about the Sakura of the Sakura Matsuri. The signature highlight of the festival is the floral display in the flower dome, and this year, visitors can look forward to an incredibly diverse spread of cherry blossoms. There will be 30 different cherry blossom varieties featured throughout the festival's run, dotting the flower dome in many beautiful hues of pink and white. You can expect to see one of the most iconic Japanese sakura varieties, the Prunus cerulata, and witness it come into its lovely big blooms. Look out also for the gorgeous Prunus kanzen and its double pink flowers with as many as 30 petals. Don't wait long to check out the floral display, because many of the cherry blossoms are already in bloom earlier than expected. The above photo is a very recent shot by Gardens by the Bay of the little sakura florets just making an appearance, still on their way to full bloom. Complementing the pink and white paradise at the dome are lots of red, the red of torii gates and traditional bridges. 15 torii gates line the path that takes you through the blooms. There are also red wooden bridges that might just call to mind the Hirosaki Castle Bridge in Aomori Prefecture, one of the most popular and magical cherry blossom viewing spots in Japan. These features recreate iconic Japanese cultural sites and ambience even more powerfully than the previous display did last year, taking visitors right into the feeling of being in Japan. And of course, they're perfect for photo taking and adding more vibrant beauty to your Instagram feed. There's an admission charge to enter the flower dome and enjoy the floral display, but if you'd prefer not to whip out your wallet at all, you can still soak in the lively Japanese atmosphere of the festival by joining in the free cultural programs at the canopy. Welcome the spring season by catching the joyful Sendai Suzume Odori traditional dance, also known as the Sparrow Dance. More Japanese dance performances will also be free to enjoy at the canopy, as well as other forms of traditional Japanese arts, such as choral and instrumental performances. For those already visiting the Flower Dome for the display, don't miss the chance to witness a Japanese tea ceremony while you're there. The programs are all curated with the input of the Japan Creative Center from the Embassy of Japan in Singapore, so you can look forward to a really excellent and authentic showcase of Japanese traditional culture. You can find the full program and schedule here. Fans of Japanese pop culture have much to be excited about at the Sakura Matsuri, too. The Anime Garden also makes a return to the festival, to take place on 30 and 31 March at the Meadow and Flower Dome. Get ready to meet celebrity cosplayers from around Asia, and maybe get their autograph and a photo with them, as well as singers of some of our favorite anime theme songs, who will be performing in 2 concerts. Want even more cosplay? On March 31st, the finalists from the World Cosplay Summit 2019, Singapore, will be taking the stage to show off their amazing costumes and moves. The final round of the Anime Garden cosplay competition will also be happening live at the Meadow on the same day. After a long day of excitement, kick back with your loved ones and catch 2 popular anime movie screenings, Crayon Shinchan the movie, and A Silent Voice. Finally, it's not a Japanese-themed festival without lots of yummy Japanese street food. Head over to Nippon Street, a huge bazaar going on now until March 17th at the Flower Field Hall of the Flower Dome, to satisfy your cravings for takoyaki, okonomiyaki, onigiri, and more. Journey back to retro Japan as you play some traditional Japanese festival games with attractive prizes to be won. Need a yukata to complete your look? Rent one at Nippon Street, and you're ready for a unique selfie with the cherry blossoms. Visit the official website for more information on Sakura Matsuri at Gardens by the Bay 2019. Gardens by the Bay also enlisted the help of Japanese Sakura consultant Satoshi Kokubun from Graphica. He oversaw the placement of 23 species of cherry blossoms that will progressively bloom at the Flower Dome over the period from March 16th to April 8th. Some blooms to look out for include the Prunus Snow Fountain and the Fuji Shidare, he said. The snow fountain is from Kyoto and its weeping-like structure and pure white flowers give the impression of snow falling. Sakura Matsuri Gardens by the Bay, Snow Fountain headed to Sakura Matsuri? Look out for the snow fountain. Photo, Jeremy Long. The Fuji Shidare meantime, is unique because of its slanted growth and is admired in Japan by those who see beauty in its asymmetry. The tree needs to be pruned yearly, compared to normal sakura trees which need little maintenance. Sakura Matsuri Gardens by the Bay, Fuji Shidare. Did you know, the Fuji Shidare needs to be pruned yearly, unlike normal sakura trees. Photo, Elizabeth Keir. The Same Yoshino is the most well-known cherry blossom, which can be seen in Washington and several parts of Tokyo. Same Yoshino cherry blossoms only bloom for a week in early April, and were brought over to Singapore for this event. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Your support is always appreciated.